It's Week 17 of the National Football League, where we'll get a look at this team's field-stretching tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going.
Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying those things here.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
That's complete right side. And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
They'll send out the punting unit, and this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
And he's only able to get this to around the 13. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Dropping back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a first down. Motioning the tight end now. They'll throw on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out third down. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On now comes their punter. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That's pulled in by the rookie out of Oklahoma. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's good for 7 yards. And they'll have first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Finds his back complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get an even 10 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and throw it here. He has the first over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11, and it'll give them a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. He gets 3 on the run, and now a couple of options for him on fourth down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll run here on first down. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now, after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. This, our last play of the quarter. Another carry for him. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at third and very long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Punt team on the field. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives them the first. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. They send a tight end in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. A give now from the gun. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
He put everything he had into this one.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll give him a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Complete out to the right. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. He's on the move. Now here he goes.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. To throw here on first down. Finds a man right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 43. Caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Complete over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. He's going to throw this one. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing from the gun here. That one's complete over the middle. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Oh, he was fighting like mad to stay up, Brock. Extend that run. But we all know it also creates the opportunity to do what we just saw. Force a fumble. So do you knock him there? Do you applaud the effort? Maybe a little bit of both?
Yeah, probably a little both. A little pat on the butt, but a little reminder that ball security is job security.
The offense headed back to the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their... Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They gain 14 on the play, and it'll give them a first down. From the red zone now. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backstep close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Back out runs their offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. He fires one deep down the right. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. This play goes for 36. And it sets up first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going play action. Stays in the pocket. And the defender comes away with it.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Tight end going in motion here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
So we've reached halftime. Only a 6-point difference between these clubs. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Fired in there and cut. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 13. Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And he's able to cross midfield before going out. They get 6 and a first down as well. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 41. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And they'll have first down. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Has it at the the 7. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
He's got it. Touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys take the lead on that successful kick. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense getting set to go. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got...
And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Picked up at the 38. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen it.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They'll run here from the gun. And he drives it up past the 45. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They go play action here. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high, brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
They'll bring out the punter here. Their offense running back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll run the counter. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. On 1st down, they'll run. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Stuffed at the line a 2nd time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's a razor-thin margin separating these teams. The difference of just a single point as we begin the 4th. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll throw it. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. Play action on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And his guys grow their lead to 8. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And they're going to have a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
It is caught left side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. 2nd and 3 now. From the 16. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
To throw here on first down. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. These guys down by only 2 in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to try for 2. He's throwing for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now this offense ready to head back out. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Another carry for him. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. To the air, 3rd and long. Brought in right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He's dropping back to throw. Connects with his receiver. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff now from the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give it to him again. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Let's go now.
Now a give running right. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Setting up to pass. He just throws this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Throw left side, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. To throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Got to hurry this to the line. Here he is to throw. Complete over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. A tight end in motion now. Throwing now. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Desperation time here on 4th. They connect for the 1st. And he's taken down at the 30. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.